There's a story of a young athlete named Samir. He had a dream to become one of the greatest runners of his generation. Every day before the sun rose, he would lace up his shoes, step onto the track, and run. At first, his body resisted, his legs burned, his lungs screamed. He wanted to stop, but he didn't. He trained his body to obey. He trained it to listen. One day, after years of practice, something incredible happened. He didn't have to force his body anymore. It just moved, without hesitation, without resistance. He became one with the track. What he had done, without even realizing it, was turn his body into a disciplined machine, a vehicle that responded to his will. Now imagine if we did the same with our minds. We live in a world where our mind runs wherever it wants. It wakes up thinking of yesterday. It spends the day chasing tomorrow. It jumps from thought to thought, emotion to emotion, just like an untrained horse running wild in an open field. And just like a wild horse, if it's not trained, it will drag you wherever it wants to go. This is why so many people feel restless even when everything in their life seems okay. It's not the world, it's their mind. If you look at the greatest athletes in the world, people like Kobe Bryant, Lionel Messi, Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, they didn't just play their sport. They trained their bodies every single day so that when the moment came, they didn't think, they executed. Their bodies were no longer the master, they were the master of their bodies. That's exactly what we must do with the mind. Right now, for most people, the mind is the master and we are the servant. The world goes up, the mind goes up. The world goes down, the mind goes down. Something good happens, we're elated. Something bad happens, we're broken. We've become like a kite in the wind with no control over the string. But what if I told you there's a place inside you where the mind can become still, a place beyond the noise, a place that doesn't swing with the highs and lows of the world? That place is your center. Let me explain this more deeply. The world will never stop changing. The economy will rise and fall. People will praise you one day and criticize you the next. Your job will bring moments of joy and moments of stress. Relationships will bring warmth and sometimes pain. Seasons change, politics change, technology changes. Everything around you is in a constant state of movement. But when your mind is tied to these external changes, it moves too. It rises with praise, it falls with criticism, it dances with pleasure, it suffers with pain, it has no stability. This is why so many people live exhausted lives without knowing why. They're not just living in the world, they're attached to it. But there's another way to live, and it's by learning the art of bringing the mind back to its center, the still point. When you're at the center, you can observe the world without being controlled by it. You can enjoy life without being entrapped by it. You can move through chaos with calm. You can experience pain without losing yourself in it. You can celebrate success without being consumed by it. It's like sitting in the middle of a spinning wheel. The edges of the wheel are moving fast, wild and noisy, but the center remains still, unshaken, unmoved. That is where your peace lives. That is where your sanity lives. That is where your true strength lives. But just like an athlete doesn't get to world-class level by accident, you don't get to the center by accident either. You train for it, you practice it, you commit to it like a warrior. And here's the truth. This kind of mental training requires effort, daily effort. Just like Kobe Bryant would shoot thousands of shots before sunrise, or Cristiano Ronaldo would run endless drills to sharpen his edge, you too must train your awareness to come back to center. Because if you don't train the mind, the world will train it for you. And the world is not a kind coach. That's why most people wake up in the morning and are instantly consumed by their phones, notifications, emails, news, problems. Their mind is taken hostage before they've even taken their first breath in silence. Step 1. Understand that the mind is a muscle. The mind is like any other muscle in the body. If you don't train it, it will become weak and distracted. If you train it consistently, it becomes focused and powerful. Athletes train their muscles with drills. We train our mind with centering. Centering is the art of bringing your mind back from the noise of the world into stillness, your inner home. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes to return there, even in the middle of chaos. Step 2. Set constant reminders. Here's where most people go wrong. They meditate once a day, maybe in the morning, and then spend the next 15 hours being completely lost in the storm of the day. One meditation a day won't train your mind to be still. That's like shooting a basketball once a day and expecting to become Michael Jordan. The secret is repetition. Set small reminders throughout your day. Every few hours, a gentle nudge, a vibration on your phone, a chime on your smartwatch, or even a sticky note on your desk to stop whatever you're doing and return to center. Even if it's just 5 minutes. 5 minutes to sit, 5 minutes to breathe, 5 minutes to pull your awareness away from the outer world and bring it home. Do this not once but multiple times a day, and your mind will slowly learn to obey you. Step 3. Create anchor points. Athletes have rituals. Before a match, they stretch, breathe, focus, and prepare. You need the same kind of ritual to return to center. Your anchor point might be closing your eyes and taking 3 deep breaths, repeating a powerful affirmation like, "I am the observer, not the storm." Placing your hand on your heart and feeling your pulse, focusing on the breath moving through your nostrils. It doesn't have to be complicated. What matters is consistency. Step 4. Train like a warrior. This is not something you do only when life is calm. The true training happens when life gets chaotic. When your boss yells at you, when your plans fall apart, when your mind starts to spiral, that's your training ground. That's when the reminder must kick in. Take those moments as opportunities to pull your awareness back to center. Kobe Bryant didn't become great by practicing only when the game was easy. He practiced when it was hard. He thrived under pressure. That's what made him a legend. You must train the mind the same way. It's not about avoiding the storm. It's about learning to return to the calm inside the storm. Step 5. Learn to watch, not be pulled. The moment your mind is centered, something beautiful happens. You begin to watch the world instead of being pulled by it. You watch your emotions rise and fall like waves, but you don't drown in them. You watch situations unfold, but they don't shake your core. You watch life evolve, and you sit at peace in the middle of it. This is what the mystics have always taught: to live in the world, but not be of the world. To enjoy its beauty without being trapped by its chaos, to walk through fire without letting the fire burn your peace. Why this matters more than ever. We live in an age of noise. Everything is designed to pull your attention away from center. Notifications, social media, news, endless work. The world is loud. But in the midst of this loudness, those who learn to return to their center become unshakable. They become the calm in the storm, the rock in the river, the stillness in the chaos. They don't just survive the world, they master it. Practical daily routine for training the mind. If you want to live this, here's a simple structure you can use starting tomorrow. Morning. 10 minutes of silence or meditation before touching your phone. Bring the mind home first thing in the morning. Mid-morning reminder. Take a 3-minute breathing break, even if you're at work. Lunchtime, eat slowly, breathe between bites. This turns eating into a meditation. Afternoon reminder, step away from your desk, close your eyes, return to center. Evening, a 10-minute reflection. What moments pulled me away from center today? What moments brought me back? Before bed, breathe deeply, remind the mind who's in charge. This is how you slowly build mastery. Repetition, not perfection. Scientific insight. From a scientific point of view, this kind of consistent centering practice lowers cortisol levels, reducing stress and anxiety, strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus and decision making, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, creating calm and balance, improves emotional regulation, making you less reactive and more present. Just like muscles get stronger with daily reps, your mind gets sharper with daily centering. Spiritual insight. Spiritually, returning to center is about remembering who you truly are. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the one watching all of it. The mind is your servant, not your master. The moment you realize this, life changes. It's like sitting in a cinema watching a film. If you forget you're watching, you get lost in the drama. You cry when the characters cry. You panic when they panic. But the moment you remember you're sitting in a seat watching a film, everything changes. The drama continues, but your peace remains. That's what it means to live from the center. Closing reflection. We come into this world once. The goal isn't to get lost in it. The goal is to experience it fully, deeply, joyfully, without being imprisoned by it. Learn to sit on the world, not in it. Learn to observe the storm, not become it. Learn to master the mind, not be mastered by it. Kobe trained his body to respond to his will. Messi trained his feet to dance when he asked them to. Michael Jordan trained himself to rise when others fell. And now it's your turn to train your mind to return to its stillness when the world moves. This is the greatest training you will ever do. Not in a gym, not on a field, but inside. So set the reminders. Breathe, return to center again and again and again. Because in the center there is peace. In the center there is power. And in the center there is you. If this message is resonating with you, don't just nod and move on. Take action. Set your first reminder right now. Train your mind to return home and share this with someone who's lost in the noise of the world so they can find their center again too. Your greatest freedom begins the day your mind obeys you, not the other way around.